I just finished Caleb's new 5-star birthday card, No Return Night, and it was a lot of fun. I really liked it. So now I'm gonna be doing his birthday event story. Today is Caleb's birthday. So that's my cake. I made it last night. And I also wrote the birthday card last night. I'll save it for the story because I actually did something other than just putting happy birthday this time. So I'm proud of myself. I put some effort into it. And I'll explain it when it comes up in the story because it has some meaning behind it. So let's start his birthday event story, Summer Daydream. A few days ago, Caleb suddenly asked me to meet up at a local photo studio. His birthday is coming up and I wanted to ask him out to see if I could discover what he wanted this year. A photo studio, huh? I remember he took group pictures on his birthday every year. But those were lost when the explosion happened. Oh no. As soon as I arrive at the studio's entrance, I see Caleb through the glass. He's sitting on one of the waiting area sofas. He's focused as he slides newly developed photos into an album. He hasn't noticed me yet. Perfect. We can do another sneak attack. They never work on him. Holding my breath, I tiptoe toward Caleb and slowly reach for his shoulder.
Gotcha.
My plan to sneak up on him backfires. I pout before looking at the album in his arms.
I found some old birthday photos backed up on my cloud storage a while back. I figured it wouldn't hurt to print them.
Doing it just a few days before your birthday. I feel like you're trying to subtly nudge me into planning your party.
Ah, you already figured it out? Well, you're correct.
Caleb pats the spot next to him, and I sit there. We look at the photos together. On the first page, Caleb is still a kid with a chubby face. He needs both his hands on the knife to cut his cake. We're surrounded by our friends, and the camera captures the exact moment the young Caleb places his birthday hat on my head.
I told you that hat looked better on you.
A few pages later, Caleb and I are wearing our school uniforms. He's a head taller than me here. As usual, the birthday hat is on my head, and Caleb is being pulled away by his friends who are holding basketballs.
You guys can play without me. I'm heading out with her.
Was this when I turned 17?
Caleb holds up a photo. All those bright, laughing faces feel like they're about to pull me to that moment.
Caleb, stop hovering around her and get over here! We need a fourth player for this board game.
We're borrowing Caleb for a bit. We'll bring him back when he loses.
In the photo, people gather around the table to watch Caleb play. I, on the other hand, stand on my tiptoes by the edge of the group. I'm trying to get a peek.
There were a lot of people that day. They almost derailed our after-party plans.
Wait, I don't know how to do that noise. Wait, how do I... Caleb sure was popular back then.
That doesn't sound like a compliment.
I made your cake every single year, but we had so many guests. I barely got to eat any of it. And then, after the party ended, Caleb and I would sneak out. We'd spend the rest of the day somewhere private. It would only be the two of us. Yet as we got older, the party would get longer until it lasted late into the night. We were left with very little alone time. Even my time with Caleb kept shrinking. I glance over at Caleb. He isn't looking at the album anymore. He's studying me with keen interest.
This year will be different. Whether it's the cake or that other thing on your mind, it's all yours.
How do you know what I'm thinking about?
We've spent so many years together. Do you really need to ask at this point?
Caleb lifts the photo album in his hand as if to jog my memory.
You're the only one celebrating my birthday with me this year. But...
Caleb quickly flips to a blank page in the album.
And I'm saving this for just the two of us.
But it's always us. I'm about to ask if there was a difference, but I stopped myself at the last second. Maybe things are different now. He's still the same Caleb, but also not. Maybe he feels the same way about me too. Sensing how I'm not saying anything, Caleb gently pulls my nose. I'm brought back to the present.
Alrighty, I'll leave the birthday planning to you, my one and only guest.
Various ideas come to mind for Caleb's birthday. Our pasts are so deeply intertwined that if either of us were removed, the memories wouldn't be complete. And here in the present, I secretly want our lives to remain like that. But after all that we've been through, what can I give to Caleb? And what does Caleb want from me?
Welcome home!
I walk into the living room and immediately run into Caleb, still wearing his workout clothes. He just finished exercising.
Why didn't you let me know you were visiting? I didn't get a chance to prepare.
Despite saying that, Caleb takes 2 bottles of water from the fridge and tosses one my way. My unexpected visit will allow me to see what your daily routine is really like. If I warned you, you might change things around.
Is this related to how you'll plan my birthday? What's next? Something that's like a grade school assignment? Here's my Caleb observation journal.
Of course. I've already made some discoveries anyway. I plop onto the sofa and pretend to write down notes with an invisible pen. Since he finished his workout, Caleb has a bit of hair sticking up. It's probably because he got up too early and didn't fix it. Caleb heads into the bathroom. When he comes back, the hair has been smoothed down.
Cross that out from your notes.
After breakfast, Caleb grabs a mechanical creature from the cabinet and a model maintenance kit from his study.
I was planning to do this by myself, but since you're here, maybe you can help me out.
I've seen Caleb do maintenance on his models before, so I have a rough idea of what to do. I sit next to him. He hands me some anti-rust oil and shows me where the gears, bearings, and axles are. I apply the oil to those spots, and he follows up with a check to see how well the parts fit together. But this mechanical creature looks kind of familiar.
Well, it should. We had the exact same one near the entryway of our old house.
I pause before looking at the display cabinet full of models. All of them are the ones Caleb assembled back then.
It's a shame these were destroyed because of the explosion. This one especially. It was the first model I ever assembled.
That's sad. They lost all their belongings.
Whenever I see one of those old models, I buy it. But some had been discontinued, which means I still haven't gotten everything back.
Why didn't you ask me to help you search for them? Caleb finishes spreading the oil he restores the creature's wings to a brilliant, lifelike shine under the lamp.
I did think about it, but sorting through hundreds of similar-looking models just to find a specific one would bore most people, right?
I'm not most people. Caleb, don't assume how I feel. Sometimes you can ask me for things. I poked the back of his hand with a soft brush. I've been thinking about what I could do for you. Like what I can give you and what you want from me.
In other words, you want a direct answer from me.
Is that a bad thing?
I'll be honest, since you're curious. A few years ago, I got called away for a mission. That was the one time I couldn't spend my birthday with you. You booked a table at my favorite restaurant back then, right? Let's go there this year. It can't make up for what we missed, but we'll be able to overwrite those old memories with better ones at least.
He didn't really think before giving me the answer. Whenever I flipped through the old photos, the one where Caleb was missing always stood out. Caleb wants such a thing, which means he really did regret missing that day as much as I did. Sure, we can do that, but is that it?
I gave you more than enough info. You won't get to have fun with planning if I say more. Figure out the rest. Work harder for my sake, okay?
Smiling, he flicks my forehead.
After all, I want more of you in my everyday life.
You're so demanding, Caleb. I rub my forehead and pretend to think long and hard to tease Caleb.
Okay. I'll give you one more hint since you're taking this seriously.
He pulls out his phone and starts typing. In less than a minute, a text message pops up on my phone screen. Hello, Mr. Caleb has successfully booked a Cloud Piercer ride for you. We look forward to your visit.
Let's fly.
He lowers his head slightly and looks into my eyes.
Once we're in the sky, you'll understand.
Cloud Piercer is set on a remote, floating island. It offers rides with vintage aircraft. After checking Caleb's pilot's license and our safety gear, the staff signals we're good to go. A tracking device at the back of the aircraft is also activated. I've only flown on planes with autopilot. It doesn't seem like this aircraft has that.
Yep, the controls can be tricky, but you gain a different kind of experience. Okay, Captain, after you.
Looking at all those buttons and levers, I recall the photo that Caleb took on his first flight. It showed the cockpit. I feel like I'm in your shoes from back then. I don't feel nervous until I actually sit here. Caleb climbs in from the other side and puts a reassuring hand on my shoulder.
I was nervous when I first flew one of these years ago. I tried all sorts of tricks to calm down. Eventually, I found two things that work best.
What are they? He definitely trusts the knobs, and I can imagine the person he used to be. That Aerospace Academy student who ranked first.
First, treat the aircraft like it's part of you. Trust it, and trust yourself.
Caleb turns to me. The necklace I gave him sways gently and glimmers under the cockpit's lights.
As for the second, Give yourself a reason for why you have to land safely. Like, someone's waiting for me.
He leans in, helps me adjust my posture, and guides my right hand to the control stick.
Before takeoff, make sure the instruments look normal. Then, slowly taxi forward. Once you're lined up on the runway, push the throttle and let the plane take off. Leave the rest to me. I'll handle the cruising.
His hand radiates warmth, which matches the gentle look in his eyes.
Go ahead. Give it a try.
Under his guidance, I pilot a vintage aircraft for the first time. The view rises before my eyes, and all the ambient noises fade. I focus on one goal.
You're doing just as well as I did back then.
Someone's proud of himself. A slight feeling of weightlessness mixes with my nervousness and runs alongside the excitement of piloting for the first time. It's not long before turbulence from the air current had us bouncing around. I take a deep breath. Caleb notices this and he nods while pulling back the throttle.
Don't worry. Once we pass the turbulence, we'll be fine.
His voice acts like a fast-acting antidote to my nerves. I force myself to stay calm. Following his advice from earlier, I readjust. Soon enough, the aircraft stabilizes after reaching a certain altitude. Thin clouds drift by before dispersing. The whole sky has been turned into my personal stage. An indescribable sense of freedom wells up inside me. My heart races. Caleb, I did it! Excitement, pride, and a hint of unease mixed together. I turn to look at Caleb. I want to share how I feel, but I'm not sure where to start.
I know. I felt the same way on my first flight. Once you're up here, you feel like nothing can stop you. It's like you can do anything.
Back then, he was bold and sure of himself, like my shield who protected me from the world. He could deal with anything. Do you still feel the same way? Caleb doesn't respond immediately.
Look over there. We used to walk on that street to go to school. A little further ahead is our old house. And the taller building is the Hunters Association.
Him changing the subject. He changes the subject. He silently looks out the window for a while before speaking again.
I've realized I can't do everything. Sometimes I get outmaneuvered.
He speaks nonchalantly, but his words sting. Even Caleb, who I thought was invincible, had moments where he doubted himself.
But I also know that I'm not alone. Someone is always there, looking up at the same sky with me. So for her sake, I won't let those negative thoughts get to me. For now, at least.
Watching the lights that are reflected in his eyes, I realize it might be my turn to shield him from the world for a change. I hope those kinds of thoughts never trouble you. We keep flying. The clouds roll in overhead. For a moment, darkness and uncertainty cloud our view. We'll break through the clouds together.
Let's do it.
Outside the cockpit, the night sky above Lincoln and Skyhaven is alive with sparkling lights and constant traffic. Yet here we are, above it all. It's like this place is our secret base, our little world.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, so this is the sky you usually see?
It always feels brighter. after you pass through the darkness.
Once the aircraft steadies itself, Caleb turns to me again and takes my hand.
Now do you understand what you can do for me?
Yes. Up in the vast sky, it becomes clearer what we can each give each other. I rest my head on his shoulder and savor this moment of peace that's only for us. 5 days have come and gone. Today is Caleb's birthday. I picked him up from the fleet's HQ and brought him home.
Sneaking around the closet, huh? Are you looking for my gift?
It's a little too early for that. I give Caleb the clothes I prepared. He looks at it once, smiles, and then walks into the other room to change. A few minutes later, he steps out while wearing the outfit. It's nice. You don't look like a high and mighty Farspace fleet colonel.
So, what am I? A brand new Caleb?
I shake my head and speak with an air of mystery. No, you're just Caleb. Who belongs only to me.
I don't think changing clothes is enough to make me yours, you know.
He leans in, wraps part of his clothes around me, and nuzzles my cheek.
This outfit is too new. It needs your scent. How else will people know we're together?
Before I can react, he slowly releases me from his warm embrace and presses his palm against mine.
Lead the way. Where will you take your Caleb, I wonder? My birthday planner knows how to deliver. You actually brought me here.
You're not the only one who wants to make up for old regrets. I slide the birthday card to Caleb. I've been working on it for days. Okay. So let me explain this. I decided to write, "I'll stay by your side for the next 100 years. I chose to write this because in the Hidden Waves 5-star card, he asks MC if she can stay with him for the next 100 years. And because they were in a rough spot during that time, she didn't really give him an answer of yes. She said that 100 years was too long and she can't promise that yet. And she didn't want to do that because she didn't want to break a promise. So I thought that would be a good thing to put on this card because it would be meaningful. So that's why I wrote that message for his birthday card. Read it.
It's a birthday message?
Call it whatever you want. Still smiling, Caleb reads the card word by word. It's like he's memorizing it.
I figured you'd make a card. I tried to imagine what you might write on it.
He presses the card against his chest near his heart.
But the real thing is even better than I expected.
Let's hope the cake is also better than you expected then. I retrieved the cake I had hidden next to my leg. I placed it on the table and removed the cover. We've been part of each other's lives for a long time. I'm pretty sure I know what flavors you like.
It's impossible for me to dislike something you make. You know me well, so I believe the cake you make will be the best in the world. On top of a delicious cake, even Sunny Apple doesn't look gloomy anymore.
I tried to make this birthday the best one yet, but I'm not sure if you like it. Even now, I still feel a little nervous and uncertain. Maybe I didn't prepare enough, or maybe I just cared too much. Maybe it's because he's Caleb. He's someone I had spent countless days and nights with, and yet he's more than just that now. A warm hand covers mine. Caleb looks at me, and I see my reflection in his eyes.
As long as you're here, I'll enjoy every second.
The background music has faded at some point, and so I can clearly hear our voices. Happy birthday, Caleb. Okay. Okay.
Looks like this year's happy birthday is the in-your-head version. It's nice. But I would like it if you sang out loud. Can you do that for me?
I'm nervous. I don't know why. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Caleb. Happy birthday to you.
I hope I get to hear that special song every year from now on.
Wrapping us up in a comfortable silence, the gentle melody feels like it could melt the cake. Let him blow out the candle. Make a wish. I'll make it happen.
I can wish for anything? In that case, I'll have to think carefully.
You kept your eyes closed for a while. Your wish must be really, really long.
I was thinking about a very long story. I'll tell you about it later. Should the next step be us cutting the cake?
Caleb no longer needs to hold the knife with both hands like back then, but he gives it to me.
I want you to do it. A few days ago, you said your share of cake kept getting smaller. I want to give you the whole cake. And myself.
But the birthday person usually makes the first cut. It symbolizes their first step into another year. If I do it, does that mean I'm starting the year for you? Caleb smiles. He walks to my side and holds my hand. Hand in hand, we make the first cut.
Then we'll do it like this. That way, we'll stay together all year.
He only keeps a small piece for himself and pushes the rest toward me.
From now on, no one else gets a piece of your cake. If you want the entire thing, then it's all yours. And if you want all of Caleb, well, I'm yours. I'll be right here, too. I always have been, and I always will be.
Oh A cake handmade for Caleb. When the candle is lit, our fates become even more tightly entwined. Stop, that was so cute. I want to see the cake on the desk. I'm taking this laptop out of here and putting the cake there. Yay. It's so cute. It matches perfectly. It's so cute. I love it. My first time preparing a birthday for Caleb as more than just a friend. I realized that he's always been by my side, never once taken from me. Oh my gosh. I need to hear this video call.
You're still up? What do you mean, I'm also up? I called because I wanted to talk to you some more on my birthday. Is that not allowed? You've been running around preparing everything. You didn't even let me help out with the tiniest of things. You arranged everything by yourself, but you're still energetic. How am I feeling these past few days? Happy. Seeing you put so much thought and time into picking out gifts, baking a cake, setting up everything, it feels like you only belong with me. Do you want to know why I feel this way? After we reunited, I realized you had your own life. There were things about you that I didn't know. You seemed reluctant to rely on me too. And you learned how to do so many things on your own. We promised to conquer the world together. You'd be on the ground, and I'd be in the sky. But why does the distance between heaven and earth feel so vast now? It's not just the distance between Skyhaven and Lincoln. Our lives and careers are slowly pulling us apart. That's why these past few days made me happy. They proved that no matter what happens, we'll always find our way back to each other. And now, you're the only thing I can think about. You know, your stuff is all over my house. The same can be said about the lobby in the Fleet's HQ, the streets of Skyhaven. I see traces of you around every corner. Is this what you wanted as well? Aren't you worried that I'll become more selfish? It's tempting to hold on to you more tightly and be with you every second of every day now. Huh. Maybe you already knew this. Or maybe you've been letting me be selfish this whole time. In that case, I want to have a little more of you for every birthday from now on. For example, I want you to be the first thing I see at dawn every day. That way, you'll be by my side along with the morning sun.
Wait, did he make a post? Next year's birthday feels so far away. Gideon said, I have a solution for you. Just fly through a few time zones and you can celebrate your birthday all over again. That's pretty smart. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Should I read all these blueprints? I'm gonna read through them, but just not read it out loud because that'll take like forever. But just to like document it. Alright, so that is it for Caleb's birthday. I had fun. It was really wholesome, so I enjoyed it. So that's gonna be it for this video. Bye.